Hello guys, this is AnyGame here, and today I'm going to review one of the recent movies this year, Batman vs. Superman. Before I go any further, I just want people to know that this video may contain a lot of spoilers. If you hate spoilers, then don't watch this video please. You've been warned. Lex Luthor and Doomsday. I have no issue with Jesse Eisenberg, but what I don't like is how he's casted as Lex Luthor. Alright, to me, he doesn't really fit the role, and this version of Lex Luthor behaves more like a maniac or some kind of freaking nutcase. He almost reminds me of the Joker from The Dark Knight. Which leads me to believe that he is better off maybe playing as the Joker than Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is a calm, collected, and he's one of the smartest people in DC Comics whose intelligence sometimes rivals, if not exceeds, that of Batman's intelligence. This version of Lex doesn't showcase a great deal of, intelligence and common sense. He portrays more of insanity and sadistic behavior, like a certain clown prince of crime.
No.
Alright, let's talk about this ugly mug over here. Is it me, or does Doomsday remind you guys of the Abomination from the Incredible Hulk movie? Seriously, some people in the movies thought he was literally the Abomination. Kinda hilarious, but still, this guy, I must say, he is way uglier than the Abomination himself. Speaking of these two antagonists of the movie, here is one thing that really bothers me, and spoiler alert, Lex Luthor used Doomsday to kill Superman, but what is really stupid is how Lex Luthor's goal is to prevent planetary destruction and sees Superman as a danger to Earth. However, he's using Doomsday, a mindless killing machine that is 100 times dangerous than Superman himself. So in reality, Lex Luthor is technically putting the entire planet in danger with a monster that he can't even control. Great plan, not. Wonder Woman. Okay, it is cool to witness a live-action Wonder Woman for the first time, but part of me thinks her build-up was, a bit rushed in the movie. In the movie, she was disguised as a civilian, but later she became Wonder Woman at the final battle. Let me be honest here. I believe it would be better if she reveals herself in the post-credits to bring some exciting build-up for the Justice League. However, the way she plays her role in the movie is more like how should I put it, a Deus Ex Machina plot device to make Superman and Batman work together. What I'm saying here is that I think it would have been better to save Wonder Woman for another movie. Maybe have her own movie, because I am sure half the audience were a bit confused by her arrival in the fight with Doomsday. She is a popular DC superhero, but not as popular as Batman and Superman, unfortunately. So yeah, I think her role was a bit rushed, so we can get into, the movie with the Justice League. I don't know. Like I said, I think her role is just, a bit too rushed so that we can, go into the Justice League movie. That's it. My final reason, Batman and Superman's battle. This battle is one of the most famous fights in comic book history. The two icons of DC duking it out, a man versus a Superman. Sounds epic, right? However, in this case, because between these two is a lot more different. You see, Batman and Superman are supposed to be fighting each other because of their own ideals and their differences. Superman is more on simply throwing criminals in jail and negotiate with them, as well as making them surrender. He is more lenient with criminals than Batman, while Batman is a bit more strict, aggressive, and extreme, inserting fear into criminals by branding them and breaking some of their bones, critically injuring them. The only things they have in common is that they don't kill. They have a moral code where they don't kill their enemies. Well, however, though, in the Batman vs. Superman movie, this version of Batman does kill a few criminals for some reason. It doesn't help much, but still. Now, anyway, their battle was never about their ideals. They were forced to fight because of Lex Luthor, who was pulling the strings the whole entire time in the movie. He forced Superman to fight Batman because he held Superman's mother, his adoptive mother, Martha, in hostage, so in a way he just like tells Superman, if you want your mother to live, you need to fight and kill Batman. So that was a bit of a letdown. And also, the reason why he wanted Superman to fight Batman is because, well, Batman has stolen some information and some of the kryptonite that Lex Luthor has in store in his laboratories. If you think about it, all the fights were caused and influenced by Lex Luthor himself. It doesn't make it, all that exciting because he was really manipulating the whole events. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, man. The fights were pretty intense and very brutal visually. However, if you just look more into the reasoning behind the fights, the characters are not fighting for their own reasons. They're just fighting because they were forced to fight. They had no choice. And it just kind of makes it just, kind of a bit of a big, cliche and just unoriginal. So that's why, to me, the fight doesn't really feel that, intense to me as it was in the comic books or in the animated movies. Like I said, most of the characters aren't fighting for themselves. They're just forced to fight, which is, as said before, a bit of a letdown. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that the fight was all bad. I mean, by visuals and different scenes with Batman and Superman duking it out, it was some pretty cool fight scenes, pretty good animation, but just the fact that they're not fighting out for their ideals and their differences, that's what kind of makes the fight, a tad bit disappointing. So yeah, that's what I gotta say for my reason. Regardless of the flaws, the movie wasn't that bad. I've expected better, but the movie was okay. So that was my review on Batman vs. Superman. If you have any movie suggestions or any movies you want me to review, please don't be shy. Please comment below. Otherwise, I will see you guys soon. Later.